see video.
We did.
We started. Just hang on, you'll get one each week.
Okay. All right, first-time visitors. Do we have any first-time visitors that hadn't already received a visitor's card? First-time visitors that hadn't already received a card. Where's my visitor? Visitor? Fill that card out. Put it in the offering plate. And look, this lady, you see this lady right here? You see her? Meet her after church. She has a special gift for you, okay? Today, I know it's been a while since I've said anything. I don't know. I've been shifting gears, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, this week, God has really impressed upon my heart to share about how we talk to people, how we learn to communicate maybe what God has, and basically know who we're talking to. It's kind of like deer hunting. Let me give you an example. Back a few years ago, a young man called me. He told me, he said, Dan, I've shot a good deer and I can't find him. I've looked everywhere, I just can't find him. I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Did you mark the last sign that you saw? He said, yes, I did. I said, that's a good thing, because let me tell you what to do now. I said, go back. I said, how many guys you got looking? He said, 2 of them. I said, you go back to the last sign you have. I said, then one go one way and the other go the other. I said, because what he's done, he's stopped, gathered his thoughts, and he's made a jump one way or the other, and he's headed back to where he came from. A few hours later, the phone rang, and he said, I found him. You were right. He was on his way back. How did I know that? Because I've lost one or two, and I learned a valuable lesson in how to search. You've got to know who you're talking to. Let me read you a verse of scripture. Paul says in 1 Corinthians, he says, to the weak I become weak, to win the weak. I have become all things to all men, so that I might, by all possible means, I might save some. I do all of this for the sake of the gospel, that I may share in its blessings. Back a few years ago, many years ago now, young Christian, me, I happened upon a conversation of one friend of mine, he was a Christian, sharing with a young man. They were working. And as I eased up, I was a young Christian myself, and as I eased up, I heard him say something. And I said, wait a minute, that's not right. And he and I engaged in conversation over something trivial. As I looked at the young man's face, I'll never forget the look he had on his face. He said, I'm confused. In a matter of moments, I had destroyed everything that man had established in that young man's life. Because I didn't understand who I was talking to. Saved person, lost person. You've got to understand what to say. Right now, I can't tell you where that young man's at. His blood may be on my shoulders because I didn't learn a lesson. You can't talk to lost people and Christians the same way. If they're together, you can't talk to them. You've got to talk to the lost person and the Christian. You've got to make the lost person understand what you're saying. You can't be too like me and start arguing about something or say something that you shouldn't say. Be careful what you say, because you may cost someone their soul. Let's stand and pray.